has anyone's child had issues of self-confidence, and if so, how do you address their self-esteem?
You know, my child had some confidence issues. I think it would be very similar to an issue that would happen to a typical child where he was bullied. He's very young for his age in his class, and he was bullied a little bit by this child, and my son was just so scared of him, and he got very meek in front of other children, and we actually put our son into jiu-jitsu, and he started doing jiu-jitsu, and it took about a year, but that big boy came over to him at the beach and started picking on him, and my son had the skills to take care of himself, and it sounds funny, but it helped him. He's very confident. He's also pretty good as far as athletics go, and I think that helps him a lot too. And I think that's a good thing to get your child into, is let him try everything and see what he's good at, and continue to reinforce that.
I want to say one thing about bullying. My son he did soccer, but he hasn't done that many sports. But it was kind of interesting because I had signed him up for basketball, and there was one boy that was picking on him, and I hung around during the basketball thing. And when we walked off, I told him to stay away from that other kid, because he said to me, "This kid is mean. He's as mean as a snake." And I said, "Well, just stay clear of him." And he said to me, "Mom, don't worry, I'm not going to say anything, but he's not feeling happy about something. He's not, and he's kind of stayed clear from him." But I noticed when we would go to school, walk to school, he would just pass the child and say hi to him, "How you doing?" And, I don't know, by 2 or 3 weeks, it was almost like he knew that the bully, was having problems himself. And then he kind of buddied up, but he has a way of doing that with children, that he can see that they're, because often bullies have issues of their own, right? But maybe they need a friend. And so and Andrew is really social, so, and very helpful, and he's always telling jokes. And I was telling Bonnie earlier, I was sitting at the table, and my husband and daughter and son, they were all talking and laughing and telling jokes, and it was just so normal. Even when they go at each other, it's just so normal. It's crazy, but it's just so wonderful.
That's probably a nice note to end on. So let's show the film, and then we'll take your questions.